Alright, welcome guys. Welcome to another Zombie Devil stream. We're gonna be doing our usual Crimson Vow drafting and going from there. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving, enjoyed their uh, day off, maybe 2 days off. Lord only knows. What y'all were up to over the day or the break. I know a lot of people no longer work on Thanksgiving, so that's always a plus. Unless you're, say, a grocery store employee. But let's do this. Let's get it going. Hmm. I do like Infestation Expert because Infestation Werewolf is quite good. I don't know if I'm in love with that because there are a lot of flyers like, say, this guy or that guy. Well, not that guy because it's a 3/3, but that guy's a 2/5. Can just stand in front of this. I realize you can bring it back, but we have to guarantee that we have blood synergies. Pardon me. I mean, I'll still take it. It's a rare. But it's like basically there's three black cards that are acceptable. There's three green cards, but there's four blues and three reds, one white. So I take it, and we just see kind of how everything else comes together. So Cloaked Cadet is good. That's good if we're in exploit, but this synergizes with blood. So I don't think we necessarily want to take a stitched assistant this early. This early on. And I don't think we need a Ragged Recluse this early on either. It's easy to flip, especially if we lead hard into blood. And I go straight for a yawn, which is what I was trying to avoid. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now, this time of day. We'll be good. I got an old Rutstein. Maybe I should have taken that Infestation Werewolf. But there's no way of predicting that you would have lucked into old Rutstein. Also, no music. My phone's charging, so forgive me. Um, Welcome, Abbott and Costello, or Abbott Costello. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, Caxips06. We just started, so thanks for joining us here at the beginning, Abbott. We haven't streamed for a week now, so welcome, guys. I did it last Monday, and then Thanksgiving preparation got in the way, basically. It happens. Well, Thanksgiving fun and preparation, because travel and having to also do certain things. It's like, well, you have the time off. Let's go visit these places because we can. Not to mention my family lives out of state. Hmm. Take the Blood Fountain, although I'm not sold on it. Not sold on that guy either, but we'll see. We'll see. And we have a Cloak Cadet over there, so like there's some aspect where you could do black-green. Right now we're definitely probably in black. It's just whatever the second color is. Yeah, right now it kind of leans towards green. But we passed some good green cards because we kind of had to as a result. +2/+0, and that's all it grants is +2/+0. Yeah, probably is the Spore back. The Flourishing Hunter is a big dumb idiot, so it's probably the Flourishing Hunter. You know, you can say, oh, well, you know, there's another Ragged Recluse, so it doesn't really matter that too much, but I take the Sharpshooter because of the Cadet. There we go. Ragged Recluses are okay, and I know we've basically passed 3 of them because we had 3 opportunities to take them. But it's kind of like, well, I don't know how sold I am on it because the Blood Fountain gives us a blood token, but none of these cards synergize with blood, but none of them do anything in regards to getting us blood. They're just there. Wolf Strike or the Dormant Grove. Wolf Strike is, well, I mean, these are both likely to be picked and not make their way back to us. So I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. I lean towards the Wolf Strike, but in hopes that the Dormant Grove comes back. But I don't think Dormant Grove comes back. I don't think Wolf Strike comes back either, but, you know, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Four drop, 6 drop, 4 drop, 6 drop, 4 drop, 6 drop. Same conundrum here. Kind of, sort of. I'm going to take the 4 drop removal spell. Removal. I mean, that's a way that I could trigger these Desperate Farmers, but I mean, it's kind of useless because the exploitation only kills a Planeswalker, and there's no guarantee that you're going to be looking down a Planeswalker on the other side of the field. Since I'm pretty much in green, let me just better organize it. Initially, the reason I organize it the way in which I organize it is just because it's like, oh, okay, well, we don't quite know, right? Yeah, I'll take that, sure. It doesn't matter. Ooh, interesting. Anyway, I can safely say that I think we're in green-black. So there's the curve, and then you can perhaps better see the cards now. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Ninatella. Welcome, Ninatella. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, reorganize that so you can at least better see it. You know, curve very well set on 3, but I think the training guy is pretty good, the sharpshooter, because we have the cadet and the dormant grove. But, you know, both good. Sure, take the witch's web. I don't like running it. I mean, you can really get somebody by giving one of your creatures reach, but I don't think we need to run it. By the way, I only plan on going for an hour today. Grizzly Ritual, removal. It's not great because it's expensive, but it's removal. So we have Bleed Dry, Wolf Strike, and Grizzly Ritual. That we can just mill over with Rutstein. But he can also ramp us into one of these things if we need him to. This, the Rottide Gargantua isn't optional, but the 4-drop that we passed is optional. And I've run into that problem because I was, like, basically I was playing a game and the opponent played a Naverbrook Caretaker, and literally the only way to remove that card was sacrifice, and otherwise you're just dead. And at the time, I was just dead because it was an optional sacrifice. So they're like, yeah, I'll give you a 3/3 vampire in the air. And you're like, oh, that's, you know, depressing. We don't have a lot of vampires, so I don't even think we have any. Oh, we have 2. That's right, we have 2. For the purposes of the wedding invitation, but I don't know. It's card draw, I guess. But I don't think wedding it, because what wedding invitation is 2 mana, draw a card, sacrifice, give a vampire lifelink and unblockable. I mean, it's 1v games, but I don't think that's where we want to be. Blue is starting to open up, so someone doesn't want us to be where we are. And oh, right, the Lumberknot. The Lumberknot's actually good with the sharpshooter. Shooters, plural. Well, what are our options here? I mean, you might as well just take the dig up because nothing else in here I think is that good. I mean, yeah, for whatever reason, Draftsmith likes the spiked ripsaw. I'm not a fan of it, but I get it. You know, give a creature, you know, for 3 mana, well, really 6, because pay 3 to cast it, and then 3 to equip it, and you can give something +3/+3. Yes, that's quite good. But furthermore, to sacrifice a forest to then give it trample, because it doesn't have trample until you sacrifice a forest. It's like, I don't know if that's where I want to be in a game of Magic, sacrificing my forest. I'll sacrifice the one that sacrifices an island to make it unblockable, which I believe is the serpent. It's like the egg serpent heal thing. But that's different. Because especially with a control deck, when you're in the late game like that, you can sacrifice islands, no problem. Also, the Ancient Lumberknot's pretty good with Sporeback, and we do have another Sporeback in our board. if we wanted to use it. Now that's not bad, but the issue is we don't have any Krakens. So because he doubles up Kraken triggers, he can double up any creature. It's just he doubles up Krakens twice. But I don't. I feel like that's not like it's kind of a bogus splash. We're not doing anything with that. No, I'm not gonna let it. I'll auto pick the Doom Descender before I let it auto pick what it wants to auto pick. Reclusive Taxidermist. Courier Bat. This one also has unblockable, but this is unblockable, pay 5. So it's not the card I was talking about. But it is a card. Move that other Sporeback Wolf. I mean, we'll figure this out. It's not hard. Yeah, blue's open. That I should not see that. I should not see two of them even that late. So blue was open with these two Screaming Swarms. We don't have enough, really. And it is pack 3, so we're not pivoting into it. But all that tells me is that no one's in blue. Don't worry, I'm not running Sultai for it. But we cut green hard enough, and I didn't want a third Sporeback Wolf. Because there's only so much I can do with the cards that we had. Just only so much. Alright. So, blood. Meh. Bat. And I mean, it's kind of a useless card, but I think I'm okay with the Gargantua. Gargantua. Without a ton of blood, we're not really synergizing with these two zombies, but it is what it is. Sure. We'll just run 16 lands. I mean, our curve tops out at 6, so I'm not... And yeah, there's 3 6-drops and 2 5-drops. But that's 5 cards that become more difficult to cast, so I think I'm okay with that. Because 5 out of 24 in this case, but 5 out of 24 is 19, so there's 19 cards that you could cast with no problems. And I like those odds. That and 19 lands makes you less likely, or sorry, 16 lands makes you less likely to draw land. Ooh hoo 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 hoo. Ooh hoo hoo. I mean, that's annoying, but there's not... Like, I can declare the block, and then if they want to flicker it out, then they have to discard a card. Because I'm not doing anything with that Restless Bloodseeker. I'm not doing anything next turn either, in fairness, but we gotta try. Well, force the trick. Or you flicker it out, but that trick requires you to discard a card. Oh, another one. Okay. So be it. There will be a game in this... I shouldn't say in this draft, because it's more... It's a queue more than anything, but... There will absolutely be a game where we get screwed on lands. Here we are, we've drawn 6, we don't need to draw any more. It's like, please don't give me any more. I target the Geist. The Spirit can flicker away. So I'm better off targeting the Geist. Counterspell written all over it, but alright, let's see. I don't exploit, because, again, they can flicker it off the battlefield and then be like, look, I didn't exploit. Or, you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. It's, I exploit it away, they can flicker it away, and then they don't have to sacrifice anything. And I'm down a creature. And 5 mana. So that's why I didn't exploit there, because they just basically counter my exploiting by using the Fleeting Spirit's ability. Double blocking doesn't make any sense. Okay, good. So why would you block? You didn't. Awesome. Ouch, kabibble. Okay. Into another land. How about that? Remember, we're not running an optimal amount of lands. We're running a suboptimal amount by running 16 instead of 17. That's fine with me. The issue is if you're going to flick it away. Okay. Yeah. Flickering it away would do nothing. You have a frog, okay. I don't agree with that. So we have 10. There's only 6 lands left because we just keep drawing lands. I didn't want him to trade and get a card. No, that enchantment can only get converted mana cost 3, buddy. 4. CMC 4. Or mana value, again, to use the proper term. Because they changed the term. Terminology is different now. Oh no. How interesting. But why would you do that? I still don't want to attack in. Again, they'd either get 2 birds and a card, or they get that's going to give you 2 birds. This gets them 2 birds and a card, because they could double block. That this just loses us a doomed center, so whatever. And it flips the farmer. There, okay. So that was an easy attack to make. Now they get 2 cards. This I'm actually okay with. Because that's going to drain them. And then they're at 1. So unless they're holding on to a ton of removal, this nets us the 1 damage that we needed. So by not blocking last turn, they actually kind of shot themselves in the foot. We did just the right amount. But I don't agree with casting that enchantment on your... the thing that draws you a card when it dies. And you didn't need to cast it on the flyer, because I didn't have anything that could block flyers anyway. So that would have been a waste as well. So yeah, this is... if I keep this hand, this is probably the epitome of what I say, like, is a mana screw hand when you're only playing 16 lands. We have another one, so I'm not completely upset about bottoming a flourishing hunter. It's a Mandork, and it becomes a 4/4. It's also a druid, despite standing next to a wolf and wearing a wolf pelt. So don't get confused by the fact that it is not a werewolf, because it is not a werewolf. 2 cards, okay. Yeah, I don't really care. We get more value off of this combination, I feel, than we do Retstein and the Rothstein can potentially mill us, and then that is a useless exploitation. Because, okay, I can cast it this turn, but that wasn't going to be my plan to begin with. Flame Blessed Bolt. Ouchies. They don't have a creature in their bin. Ancient Lumberknot. Bam. Bleed Dry. Look at you. Ever successful. Doesn't do anything. Just gets that out of the bin. I mean, now I somewhat regret it, but I can't predict the fact that I'm only drawing lands. Or our lower end curve. So at least that's where exiling 2 cards is super annoying. Gone. Pow. I, will gladly bleed dry the 5/4 and get it out of here. Because it's a 5/4. It is not nighttime. Nor is it daytime. Nope. The land that's in your hand. I don't think using Wolfstrike to kill a Ragged Recluse is like where we really want to be. Don't get me wrong, flipping the Dormant Grove isn't where we want to be either, but we're going to be stuck flipping the Dormant Grove whether we like it or not. Yeah. So shit. Alright. You get a blood token. And again, the way it balanced out, you could say, well, maybe I would have wanted... I definitely would have wanted that 6/6. But I've only drawn 6 lands, exactly. Like, I mean, I think I have 3 in hand, but... So I've only drawn 3 to make it 6. So again, leaving this on the bottom... Not the worst thing in the world, and not the best thing in the world. Certainly exiling this has been harmful to us. And... Yike. Ouch. Now their board can just stymie us. Oh, man. Yeah, having ready mill those would have been good. Cleave. Thank you. I can get any card now. I be placed in your bewilderment. You see, there I were, resting. Have I made a land drop per turn? Probably. I want to grab this guy. I really do want to grab this guy, but I don't think I can cast him. So I'm kind of like, well, do I just grab this and cast it because I can cast it? So I think I will. I didn't make a land drop. Okay, well, oh well. But I at least would get a training trigger. So it would become a 4/7. Okay, I don't quite understand that. They have something. So I'll just do that. I lose vigilance. Okay. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. One card in hand. Me with 2 4-power creatures. You have to block. So yeah, had I remembered whether I made a land drop or not, yeah, we went. Okay, cool. But yeah, had I remembered that we not made a land drop, excuse me, I would have grabbed the recruit instead. Because the recruit also has training, and then we're drawing like 2 cards. And getting a little more value. We won regardless, because the 4/4 was still a decent grab. Because you're sitting there going, okay, it's a 4/4, it puts a counter on the sharpshooter, and if they don't cast anything and it flips, we're then swinging with a 6/4 that can't be blocked by 2/2s, which they had 2 2/2s on the field. So it could only be blocked by the one thing, and could continue to train as well if it was a 6/4. But definitely a situation that we didn't want to be in the sense that you're sitting there like, wait, I exiled these cards, and these cards actually probably could be helping us right now. The thing with old Rutstein, and at least me, is that I am afraid of milling over good cards. Not that we have a ton of good cards, like we're not sitting here with a Planeswalker that we're scared to mill over, but I definitely don't want to be placed in that position where I'm milling over something of value. They get a blood token. Creatures attacking have trample. Whenever a creature deals combat damage, we exile the top card of our library, and they may play the top of our library. Neat. That's a waste of a wolf strike, but by the look of it, they're trying to go wide. So no sense chipping in for one, because I'm afraid of chipping in for one. We don't want them peeling for the same reason that I don't want Old Rutstein milling things off the top of our library. We don't want them peeling cards off the top of our library. I can only cast one thing. Perhaps the 1/4 is a good card to cast, but except they get to keep what's off the top of our library. It's not like Old Rutstein where it stays in our graveyard. Okie dokie. That's just being mana efficient. Then I can put one on the Doom Dissenter, even though that's a waste in and of itself, but thank you. Nope. But now the Doom Dissenter can kind of trade off. I'm not trying to play with my food. I'm just in a bad position where I don't want them peeling cards off the top of our library, nor do I want them, whenever it deals damage, create that many blood tokens. And you can deal as much damage as you want. Boo-oh. I don't have a zombie. Yeah, sure. I'm not doing anything with that blood token anyway. Granted, I could discard a good old land. Why, I get a blood token. And you get a blood token. Everybody gets a blood token. It is Oprah in this house. You get a blood token, and you get a blood token. Everybody gets a blood token. Unfortunately, there's only one thing that's power 2. Bleed Dry would be okay. But the thing about that is you eventually just run out of things that you don't want to play. Well, they're looking for removal now, but I can just sack blood tokens to bring it back. Because it's 2 blood tokens. Sacrifice 2 blood tokens, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, so I just get it back, and then I attack you for 4, and then I pretty much... Well, 4 if I put the counter on it. Yeah, you lost. Okay. Admitting defeat. But I will go there. I will go there. I will go there. And there. There. And there. So, nothing tramples over. Well, they trample 1 damage over, so they get 1 card off of us. And then, yeah, okay. And then they scoop because we're sitting here going like, buh? A card that they probably can't cast anyway. Thanks to... them only having 1 mana at that point. I don't know why you cast... They cast what they cast. Ninatella, Abbott, Costello, and Caxips 06. Making up my chat. Hello. Singing my way to victory. It's in reality, it's like, oh, you got that cool 3-0 start. Now here, have an 0-3. Right off the bat, just go and lose 3 in a row. It's like, thanks, Magic Arena. This is going to be the mana screw game. I just have a feeling because even though we have 2 off-color... Yeah, that's bad. That's very bad. I need a 3rd land. I just needed a 3rd land. Oof. That's going to be a 3-3 though. Ugh. Well, okay. Oh, thank you. Alright. We at least don't have to worry about that right now. I have this, and I have this. We need 2 lands to cast this, but I have it. And the Death Touch on the Scavenger is kind of a stymie for the outcasts. Or at least it was kind of a stymie for the outcast. So we take a hit. Yeah, no. Owie. Choosing to cast a wolf. Fine. Okay. I can block, take 5, and then bleed dry. Just depends on... Well, I take 5. That doesn't change. I can still block, take 5, and bleed dry. No. I take 5. They're gonna... Okay. I was like, are they going to try to flip? They aren't. No need. Block, block. Need that attack for a reason. It's only 4 damage, unfortunately. Well, I'm not going to hold out for a land. I'm just not. Alright. I mean... Oh, shit. Well... That at least continues to block. But, oh... Oh, no. No! We got nothing now. They ate our spells. We got out aggroed by that outcast. We're still pretty dead. Because that's got trample. Because that's 3. But I draw a card. Uh-oh. Right, right. Me drawing a card could be the difference. It's not. We exhausted all of our removal. With the bleed dry and the bleed dry, the strike, and the grisly ritual. That is all of our removal. I can get another while I could get another one of these, Flourishing Hunters don't do anything. Woohoo! We're just advancing dailies at that point. Nope, the Brambleworm got us. It got us good. As did the Outcast. The Wolf Strike had to be used on that Paxong pup, because the Paxong pup is just going to get huge. And there's nothing we could have done about that. So I think that was the right play. I mean, certainly not ideal, but I think it was the right play at the time. And getting rid of the Outcast, which can become very problematic for us, was also the right play. Grisly Ritual on a 3/4 maybe wasn't. But how am I supposed to know that they have a Brambleworm in their hand? I'm not. Because I'm not privy to that information. I'm not casting anything, because to me, 3 mana in this format is Counterspell. It's got Counterspell written all over it. So they deterred me, that's for sure. I accept this. Because I do that, and get rid of that. Meh. That's fine. If it's the creature one, then I just cast those. And they can't siphon blood off of it to defend against it, because it's an enchantment. Oh, son of a beezy. The ability, I think, is still there. Can't attack or block, yeah. But whenever you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on a creature, draw a card. Keep the board clear, just try to stay in control. I could. I have 2 in my yard, and he only needs 4. Don't necessarily want to get rid of a Flourishing Hunter, but could. Flourishing Hunter. I mean, Flourishing Hunter is a good card, but it's like, huh. Okay. Now I have an active reclusive taxidermist, and that was the method of my madness. I can use the Dormant Grove to again draw a card over here, unless I draw a human, which would be more helpful to us, but let's not get into that. We're still in a pretty controlling state, 31-3. Like, yeah. Because they could do that, get a lot of blockers on the battlefield, but they're all just chump blockers, I think. Because we're in a commanding position. Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. I didn't really buy into that set. We need to draw a land to do anything. And we go first. I mean, I'm going to risk it, but, ooh, you know, it's a big risk. Risk it for the biscuit. Do we get there? Probably not. But it's worth a shot. Yep. One more chance. Oh, that's at least something that we can cast. But one more chance for a land before we get buried by this guy. Nope. Let the games begin. Yeah, we're about to get... I mean, I fully admit it was a sketchy keep, but that's neither here nor there. I targeted it, so I draw a card. Yeah, that's fine. Those go away. Yep. Nope. I mean, you have to kill it. So it's not like... Gross. Basically, there's a huge clump of lands down here. And it's good to know that there's a huge clump of lands down there, but it's frustrating as all heck. That's 7-9. We're still alive. We're still alive, but that doesn't mean much. This is where they go, wait, what? He's dead? He's dead. Why did he block that way? Well, that's why I blocked it that way, but now I'm dead. Oh, and there's the land I needed. How about that? It doesn't matter. Needed that land a while ago. Did not come soon enough. Just did not come soon enough. Gotta love some of those emails. It's like, yeah, here's an email. You've been selected for this. It's like, yeah, I'm already doing it. What do you mean I've been selected for it? I'm actively doing it. Man. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Whatever. That was pretty much the end of the stream anyway for me. Like I said, I wanted to do it an hour. So if we draw the swamp, awesome. If we don't draw the swamp, well, we probably lose. But that's all I can do. Or the taxidermist, because the taxidermist does tap for mana. Sweet. We got there. Nah. Take 2. Cool. Treasure token. Probably could have used that land, because it's permanent. Nope. Owie. No. It ain't the worst. I tell you what. Because both those guys flip. Yep, he's afraid now. Well, that's rough, because we really wanted him. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, it's 1 in 40, sort of. It's more like 1 in 30, I guess, statistically. But you're then losing cards that you potentially wanted off the top of your deck. I mean, I don't mind losing the 2 lands. That's actually probably better for us. Maybe, maybe you wanted one of those, but Lumberknot actually would have been good for us, because that's a 4/4 and that's a 4/4. Oh no, it's enchanted. What will I do? Decided he doesn't want to take 2. It's more like decided he wanted to take 2 over. So be it. Alright. Hunter comes out then. Now you gotta figure out 6/6 Hunter. Interesting. Interesting. It's not a fight. It's a bite. Alright, he's going to discard a card. Yeah, sure. See that one coming a mile away. Let him discard, because he has priority. Alright. Do I want it to come back? Basically, what do I want to kill more? I think I want to kill the Foreboding Statue more than anything. Okay, so it comes back. They die. I now have 4 3s. And I'm losing creatures at a fairly alarming rate off the top of my deck, thanks to Ruddy's. I'd rather them make the blocks. You're taking 9. So be it. Alright. But you chose to lose those creatures. Alright. I don't care how big you really make that the tutu. Treasure token. Blood number 1. There we go. Blood number 2. Why, it's another land. Okay. Can't attack with it. Okay. But they are going to attack with it. So I'm like, alright then. I've used all my removal. There's the Bleed Dry. I used the Wolf Strike. And I know I used the Grizzly Furtifarter. Great. You made it a... It's a 1/1 that still makes a blood token. Well, that's a card, alright. I mean, it's damage. I acknowledge that it's damage. A fierce retribution. Okay. That has reach. Can't block anyway, so there's nothing I can do with that. And there's kind of sort of no point, so I might as well just get in for some extra damage here. But I have reach. Yes. Well, it doesn't matter where I go. I might as well just go there. Take 4. Because I have the reach. That's very much annoying. Okay. Sporeback Wolf isn't going to help me. That guy isn't going to help me. Because 2, 4, and 5. So I'm only getting in for... I might as well just deck myself at this point. Because I can only get in for 5. It wouldn't have been able to block anyway. Because I have nothing with reach. That's why I'm not as sold on Old Rutstein as like that was one where we got him. We had a decent commanding presence until we didn't. Like they played that right, and hey, I definitely blew my load a little too soon, to use a sexual term, because of the fact that it's like I did not see that angelic quartermaster coming in. And that angelic quartermaster won them the game. So that's on me. That is on me, absolutely. I botched that one hard. But, oh well. Oh well. I don't know if it's dredge playable. Draw 3 cards, and you reduce your maximum hand to 3 for the rest of the game. I haven't seen some of these, but then again, you only see realistically, you only see 3 rares a draft. So anyway, don't worry, I'm just going to craft a couple cards here, just to make it so that, you can, so that we build the vault a little bit quicker and better when we do draft. Not that we're in a hurry to build the vault, because we do have vault progress of 500. But, never hurts. Never hurts to have a big vault. Yeah, 3/3 pinger. And yeah, this vampire would definitely won us a game, but definitely lost us one too, because of its inability to block, and they put the enchantment on it, and so there's only so much you can do in that situation. So it's like, oh, shoot, I'd like to think there's a deck out there that runs Chandra. And there probably is. And I'm just too oblivious. The cards that I open. Alright. Alright, this dig up will be the last one. I swear, even though the Howling Moon and some of these others, like, It's like, again, we'll keep crafting, we'll keep crafting. Oh, alright. One more. Just because I only need to craft one. No, I scrolled away. Oh, there. One more. Alright. Let us see something. Let us see something. So there really isn't there is and there isn't, but there just for fun. Export to arena. This deck. I'm sure there's a better way of building this too, mind you, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Imported mono red. Yep. Mono red. Dragon's adversary, sure. With blue, but that's, I guess, one way of helping your. And then Sean Rest kills, Cinderclasms, Roiling Vortex, Goldspan Dragons. Whatever. I'll light up the night. And what else is mono red and standard legal that I would want? I'm just not sold on. I mean, I understand why you'd play Hall Monitor. I'm just not super sold on it. I am kind of leaning in this direction because if you do kill something, you can just be like, bam, now it's exiled under me, and I'm a 2/1 first striker, and every time you cast it, you take damage. I mean, it's works both ways, but that's why I'm like, and why I think it's not half bad. Rowan's also a pinger. You can't really cast Will, but I mean, you can, but you also can't. But I don't think pingers are where we want to be, per se. Calamity Giant. Make giants do twice as much damage. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll still take the damn cemetery gatekeeper and see what happens. I mean, it's probably not going to do anything, but eh. I mean, between the Thermal Alchemists and the, you can probably build a budget spell stack. And the Flame Breather. They're all 2 mana. Yeah, we'll run a Gatekeeper. I don't think taking out 2 Hall Monitors is that big of a deal. Yes, you can make it so that they can't block, but is it that big of a deal? Probably not. I don't think it's the end of the world, and this is all you're going to get to, is this one match, win or lose. Win or lose. I'm being gracious because I made you sit through me crafting, so... I'm well aware the NFL screwed up. I mean, still 2-2 with haste. Bang. Kill. Kill. Alright. A Snakeskin Veiled. There aren't any in the main board. 100% certain of that. So, okay. Hexproof is not indestructible. Alright, anytime they cast a creature, they take 2 damage. They cast a sorcery. It is acceptable. You know, that's a legitimate play. Further gaining life. Okay. They're deciding, yeah, I need a land, and oh, with this land, I'll Infernal Grasp and kill the Moonveil Regent, and then, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that, and yeah, I knew it. Alright. I mean, it works for me. Snakeskin Veil. Snakeskin Veil. Alright. That's 2 Snakeskin Veils. Clearly, I guess instant is what I should have chosen. Neither here nor there. Okay. auto pay. It's got an X cost, so why would I, yeah, it says without paying its mana cost. Yeah, but its cost is X. Nope. I kind of want to hang on to this, so I will. Because it's something I can discard to that. Heroes downfall it. Oh ho ho. Look at me. It's a human knight. A vampire. And well, they dealt 2 to themselves, but again, it instant clearly was the pick. Pick, 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 pick. Righty. Activate only if an opponent has lost life this turn. Sure. I take 2. Sure. Well, well, well. Deals 3 to target creature. I don't have anything. So Toxrill just won you the fucking game. And unless I draw Play with Fire, I'm out anyway. Can't have him gaining life. So, no. Oh, it's any target, but if only. If only, if only, if only. There is one in the main. I can do 1, 1, 1, and it's not the end of the world. Definitely Falconroth comes out first because it's a 2-1, and then you figure the rest out. Maul to 5. 2-1. Yes. Yes. Alright, Chandra's at least out. I can give the Stormseeker haste. So, there's something to be had here. Something to be said for what I did, but something, you know. Okay, sure. And a treasure. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Manus, 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 Manus. He was trying to block. I mean, that's a big mamma jamma, but I don't think it's the end of the world here. It deals damage equal to the CMC. I can't swing with this, but I give this haste, and that's lethal. Exactsies. I mean, they do have more green cards, I guess, in terms of burning hands than I thought. One into one. And then it's just a matter of lands. I mean, the Alchemist Gambit, it won't do crap, but take an extra turn. Yeah, if I have 2 blue and 7 mana, miraculously, I don't lose the game, but for 3, it's I take an extra turn and lose. he wants the treasure off the gas, because I know he's trying to ramp into Slogurk and... or whatever the troll thing, or the slug thing, the troll thing. The card. He's trying to ramp into the card. Sure. If I hit a 1-drop, then it works. Nope, it was a mountain. But that's at least a card I didn't really want on the top of my deck anyway. There's a fair amount of 1-drops, though. Like, it's not like... Right, so I dig for the... There we go. When it dies, we gain a life. I can turn Menace off, though. Yeah. I'm not 100% sold on that move, but I gotta be a little aggressive. I mean, we're playing red. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay. Now I can cleave it. Casting it for its lose the game value isn't going to do me crap, because that's going to be 5 plus 3 plus 1, 8, 9 maximum. It's Toxrill, sorry, I said Slogurk, I think. I know there's a card named Slogurk. The name eludes... What the card refers to eludes me, let me put it that way. Okay, so that's 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7. Cool. gets the Moon Veil. He doesn't get the Stormseeker. As he digs for something. Are you willing to take that chance? Oh, so close, and yet so far. That would still be 6. It doesn't matter the order. So. Oh. But I see. And he gets 2 slugs. Ah, shite. Shish kebab. Yeah. Slugger. Yeah, Slugger, sorry, is from the Midnight Hunt set, and it's the ooze that cares about lands in your yard. Well, there you go. So that's today's stream. As boring as that finish was, but that's because it's like, meh, I wanted to at least give you that. And we went 2 hours. I only wanted to go 1. Ah, there you go. You got a whole extra hour out of me. Much to my spouse's detriment, because she'll be mad at me. But yeah, there you go. That's the today's stream, and you know, well, I'll catch you next time. Zoibe_Devil MTG, and then on Facebook, and then Zoibe_Devil on Twitch, and YouTube. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, Twitch and YouTube. So thank you very much for stopping by. Donations are welcome. Tanner4 at sbcglobal.net.